What's up guys, welcome to Void of Dust Gaming, and as you can see we have come back to old times. We have the setup that Ist ja gut jetzt. Reicht er jetzt? What's up guys, welcome to Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor gameplay. And you might be a little bit surprised, but I have gone back to my old setup as the technology is giving me a hard time at the moment and my new laptop is still not in the postal service on the way to me. I've decided to go back to full screen mode from my mobile phone, and I'm going to do everything right now on the mobile, and it will change later on. But with those lags, and you guys have been commenting in the comment section as well, it's kind of annoying, and we don't want to be annoyed on this channel. We want to have a good time, and therefore I'm starting off again like I have started when I was introducing my channel. But this should not be the main topic. We are talking about Scud today, and Scud is a hero, and I'm going to make two different things that I really like. I like the playstyle, I like this hard encounter, dash in, deal damage, and then dash out again. And I don't know if you guys have been watching his performance in the last month, but in my perspective, or from my opinion, it was a little bit underwhelming. I had a hard time playing him. So we'd have two hard times. First time is the technology stuff, and the second time is how Scud performed. And they redid him with the whole new setup, with the new update that has been released on the 12th of May. So about a week ago. And yeah, we want to check out how he performs. And as I said, I'm going to make two different things. This video is a video where I haven't really read into the details. I don't know what they changed. I kind of flew over it. I checked the patch notes, but I don't really know what's going on. The build is the same. I've just been picking a tank build because I have been reading in my Discord channel that you find a link for in the section below. That he is going to be quite tanky right now. So I've decided, let's take a tank build, let's take AD tank runes, let's go with something that people are actually taking. Maybe not at the moment because things have not been adopted in the recommended section, but this is basically the kickstart into the Scud business. And what we are going to do is, we are going to do this in English today. And then afterwards, I'm going to play a little bit and going to kind of learn his new playstyle. I'm going to read all the notes, and then we are going to make a second version of this in German, so that you guys in German have the English and the German version as well. And you guys in English can just put on subtitles, and we're going to compare how my journey with Scud started with the rework and how it ended with the rework. And I think that might be actually quite interesting. So without further ado, let's check out the equipment. As I said, I'm going full tank with a 1 point in mobility, and that is the Hermes boots, and everything else is basically defense or a little bit of offense with the Mantle of Ra. And here you can see it, the Hercules Madness. That's the only stuff that's going to actually boost our damage a little bit if we not consider Mail of Pain and the Frostcape. But this is super tanky. I've never played him as tanky as that before. I've been taking my AD tank Arcana, which are basically focusing on mainly max HP. So we're going to bolster his HP by a mere 800 points. Attack speed is a little bit increased, a little bit of movement speed. And we are going to get this with 10 times Indomitable level 3, 10 times Benevolence level 3. And we're taking Skud just for this little point of armor pierce. And it's actually going to serve us pretty well. And in the enchantment section, I have been thinking about it. Okay, so what I wanted to have was this one, the backstabbing, because we're going to hide in the bushes a lot and we're going to dash out. Reminder, I haven't really read the patch notes, so this is that was my conception about Scud. I thought, okay, we're going to hide in the bushes, and then we're going to dash out and deal damage with our fist, and then we're going to back off again, this time with tankiness, not the glass cannon build. So I'm focusing on damage in the enchantment page, I'm focusing on tankiness in the arcana page, and I'm going to focus on the tankiness in the item build. So this was like the thought that I had in mind, just to give you some kind of idea what I was thinking when I was about to make this game workable. So in the enchantment page, we're going with Valor. We have a little bit extra damage from the Axe of Sacrifice. We have a little bit of additional armor pierce with the good old Holy Verdict, and then we're taking Holy Thunder for this little nice extra damage. So we're going to hit someone with our dash, and then we're going to use our fist and hit them straight in the face with additional damage. Then we're taking the Raging Inferno as well, and as I said, the backstabbing for some extra damage when we are just going out of a bush. So this was the idea behind it, and we're going to check out how well it performed in the upcoming gameplay. If you want to support my channel, I would be super happy if you hit the subscribe button now if you haven't already, and if you like my videos, a thumbs up will highly be appreciated, and if you are voting thumbs down, it would be actually super nice if you just write a short hint why you think this was a video where the thumb should be heading towards the downside. So thanks for watching so far, and I would say let's check out some gameplay now. Alright, here we go. As I was playing, I thought the start should be the idea to get this little nice dash at first, and then afterwards I wanted to go with my second ability and max second ability first, and then I would max my ult whenever suitable and whenever possible, and afterwards I would go with my dash. So that was the conception behind this. So we have Kriknak in the jungle, we've got Vera against Maganga, we've got Joker and Roxy versus Yorn and Grak. First things first, I have to duel with this Kilgroth a lot, and as you can see, he already has a hard time beating me, and we haven't reached the second level yet. This is about to happen right now, and I thought, okay, I might just go under tower, and I'm going to do this right now. Here we go, Days and First Blood. And at this particular point, I was wondering why the tower hit me a couple of times, but it didn't do any harm. And you might already know what I'm about to tell you right now. I completely got the talent wrong. I did not want to take Days. Yes, I know that Days has been changed as well, and I can promise you that I'm going to do at least the German verdict on the update in the next couple of days. It's a promise. I'm going to do that. I already told you. But yes, Days has been changed, and I think it's a little bit stronger. But I thought that I had the tower stuff so that I can shut down a tower. And I didn't, and that was the mistake that I had in my mind here. So pretty bad idea, and as you can see, we are taking chunks out of this Kilgroth. It's so easy peasy lemon squeezy. Again, we nearly killed him, but we already did it by ourselves. Now we have to deal with Bright, and I don't want to go in. I'm still using my healing ability. I think they did not change that that idea behind it. I don't know if the numbers are the same. And yes, this is where I made the mistake for the second time. I thought that I had the tower shutting down talent, but I didn't have that. I don't have. And yeah. This is the point where I wanted to check out how long the actual shutdown is, and it's actually quite long. And I was like, okay, this is not the right talent. So yes, this was my problem here. It turned out that it got me killed here, but yeah, things like that happen after a long day of working and some daughter stuff going on. And as you can see, it's enough. It's enough to kill Kilgroth. Kilgrowth is a lifesteal machine in the right moment. Actually, that wasn't the right moment. I'm sorry. It wasn't the right moment. So things are actually going quite well for our team right now. 5 versus 3. And please don't comment about the build right now. Like, you can make suggestions. That's okay if you want to, but don't disgrace my build. As I said, I'm going to I don't know. Maybe you guys skipped the intro. Okay, so I'm going to repeat myself. I just said that I'm going to showcase some Scud time after I play him a little bit longer. I've been playing Scud a couple of times. I did not really warm up with him that well. Like, I needed to get him at the beginning of the game when I started Arena of Valor, and when I was really new to the game, I thought that he has been doing great. Then there was a big letdown where I just thought, okay, your end damage when you reach level 15 is actually quite high, but you are still a glass cannon, and therefore I didn't really play with him that much in the past. And now he's made his comeback. He's really strong. I just heard that he's actually pretty strong in the jungle these days, so I want to play test him a little bit more. There will be a Chi video coming up, as she is one of the characters with a larger rework in this patch, and then I think we are more or less through with all the important changes, and then I might just do Isha, maybe Xanis. All the smaller adjustments are going to take place here as well. So don't worry if your hero has not been playtesting so far on my channel. I'm going to do that one after the other. So yes, this is my problem that I had with Scud, and therefore I just thought, like, okay, I'm not really too fond of him, and I just wanted to see if things have changed. But we're going to see how well it goes, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not gonna tell you right now, obviously. Oh my god, we just smashed that Bright to pieces. That was hilarious. 13 versus 8 right now. Onslaught, 3 kills, 1 death, and 3 assists. So the game is actually looking really good for me. Kilroth did not really stand a chance so far. I think we pretty much own him. And you guys are going to see his result later on, and then you can decide if that was a well-deserved outcome of the fight, a well-deserved result, or if I just had luck that I was playing against a newer player on a player who's not that experienced. So old Void would have just entered the fray here, but I just said to myself, this is no good. We are not going to be in this position, and I used my ultimate defensively. You can do that whenever you want to, and it actually worked out pretty well. So I thought that Crickneck was about to help me. He did, and we just scored another kill for each of us, and now we are stating a really nice looking 16 versus 9. We already have been damaging 2, now 3 towers. The enemy has been getting 2 towers in return, so it's still quite even. Things are just not decided yet, so the game is still pretty open, and whoever's gonna play better may just win. So this is not the point in the game where we can start to chill and just enjoy ourselves. We need to do some work. I think at this point of the game, I made just a little spoiler. I think at this point of the game, I had this little mistake here. Mistakey. 6 kills, double kill for me. That ended pretty well. I think the old Scud would not have been able to do so. He would have been killed. But I think I made a mistake at this point, as I wanted to say I should have gone for some magic resistance. Some magic resistance, and it would be actually quite cool to get some cleansing or some whatever, some effect stuff, because we are going to be in the, as you can see already, 4 stacks on me. This Maganga shit is pretty intense. And especially later on in the game, I think a lot of players underestimate Maganga's capabilities. He's been super good right now. So I wanted to get Roxy here. I'm super lucky that I made it out alive. That was a really risky play. So thanks, guys, that you saved my butt here. That could have been looking a lot differently. And we have... sorry. Need some water. We've been stressing the score to a 20 versus 11. So things are actually looking a lot better now. Second tower here, second tower there. The enemy did not really get a tower. And I'm dealing with Bright without any problem. 7 kills already. I think my gold lead is okay-ish. I think it's not great. I think it's okay-ish. And now what we need to do is get the tower up here. Vera just needs to defend. And things are looking actually pretty good. So yes, this is the tower. Now I think the enemies did a good job. They anticipated that we are going to take the upper tower, and they made some great pressure on the middle tower. It's still fine because, as you guys can see, we have been getting their middle tower at first. That speed buff is actually quite nice. That's something that I realized when I was playing, that you do get this nice little speed buff right now. So we've got to be careful here. I think that was okay-ish. I'm going to put some damage in him, but unfortunately I was killed. Well, never mind. 8-2-5, still a good result, but we get a little bit overwhelmed here by the enemies. 20 versus 15, double kill for the Joker. If you guys want to check out my Joker video, I've just been uploading it lately, so it should be quite fresh in the video library. Just check it out if you want to see what I think about the Joker. Yes, that would be possible if you're interested in that. So our team got wiped, as you can see here. That Maganga is really pesky. He's now pushing tower. Of course his ability to push towers is not great in terms of his own damage, but what he can do and what he excelled right here. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Did you see how they just finished me and Cricknack off? That was easy for them. I mean, they don't have great CC. Yes, Joker has some, but they're not CC machines like Dio-chan is, especially not Maganga, but it was actually pretty decent, and I think they caught us by surprise here. Like I was to be honest, I was pretty surprised by that action, and I was thinking, okay, that is not really a nice move to do. And that's what I said, like and I'm level 12 as well, so that was not an even fight because Cricknack is 1 level ahead of them. And yeah, I think that was a bad decision. That was a bad decision, and I just realized now that Yorn was missing. Yorn did not enter the fight. He was a little bit late, and I think they played us here. Like, really nice play. Joker, great damage. Bright does some great damage right now as well, but Maganga pretty much owned me, and that's what I said before. I think I have been taking the wrong item. And I think what I did wrong as well is I did not play towards our team's strengths. I think their team composition is actually a little bit stronger if they manage to play combined as a team, like if they focus more on team plays. I think we did not really play as a team so far. We had great individual stuff going on. I did good so far. I think that Cricknack had some moments where he was actually shining pretty bright, but now we are in trouble. And as you can see, the combination of crowd control effects from Roxy as well as Joker are pretty much killing me. Like, yes, I've been building tanky, but I do have some hard moments against both of them. And now I need to get some regeneration. And as you can see, we were ahead about 10 kills. 20 versus 16 or something like that. Okay, that's not 10, but something like that. 16 versus 9 or something like that. Now it's 26 versus 20 versus 25, and this is completely nonsense what I'm doing right here. And now my team, that was so much damage. I should have just kind of got into the replay for you guys so that you can see where the damage was coming from. And now my team is basically discussing whose fault it is, and Quickling is like, well, I did everything in the early game. Yeah, well, bro, this game is about the full length. It's not over if you finish the early game. And if you have been doing great in the early game, your next point, and my god, he's just regenerating so much health. I need to check out the build later on right now. If you are doing good and you've got some map control and some pressure, what you should always do, if you think like it for 7-7, like it's not been doing that great, it's not like 7-1 or 16-1 or something, like one of those uber drive. Oh my goodness, this game is basically lost. Like, you guys already know it, so I can tell you, they just played it better. They've got the better composition. They played more like a team. We played more like individuals. You can see that the first bit of the game was pretty much us being good as solo players, and afterwards they just got their shit together and they played as a team. And I think that's a pretty good example for someone really taking the game into their own hands after they've been losing, and they did not lose hope, but they got the game back and they completely told us what they were about to do. Like, they just got the game plan. They focused on the middle lane. They pushed the middle lane consequently. I don't even know the word. And it went well. So we've been scoring MVP, which is basically pretty nice for the Codex. 10-8. I'm super fine with that. But in the end, it wasn't that good because as a team, we did not get our shit together. So this is the result. 50.6% participation. 867. I mean, it's the best score of our team. But yeah. That's it. Pretty sad defeat. I would have loved to present you a game, but I think still it's been quite entertaining, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think about the new Scud. And yeah, well, have a nice rest of the evening. See ya.